I love reading books on success, books on productivity, self-help types of books. I read them all the time, or I listen to them all the time. I love watching videos on the concept, listening to podcasts, constantly trying to help grow and help myself grow. So eventually, then I can apply that to other aspects of my life, especially when I'm working with kids, is the big one, but also working with you, working with others. I mean, what I do here, these videos, the blog posts that I've written through the years, my podcast, the Great Quotes for Coaches podcast, I'm trying to help others, okay, have the success that they're seeking. But I've come to think of some things as I watch other coaches and leaders speak, like I'm speaking to you today, or as I read their books, listen to their podcasts, talk with other coaches. As you know, I speak with Proactive Coaching, our director, Bruce Brown, Rob Miller. When I talk with them or some of our other speakers, and they're offering, and I listen to them speak, or we're talking about certain things, certain ways to do things, or things in our presentations. And as I say, or any of the other people that I listen to or read, my first thought is, gosh, they've got this all figured out. And they don't have the problems that I've had. They don't make the mistakes that I make. And I realized that's not true. All of us, we've all made those mistakes. In fact, by making those mistakes, we've learned how to deal with them and how not to make the mistake the next time, hopefully. There's times where, yeah, I did it again. Oh, I made that mistake again. I didn't learn the first time. Or, yeah, I thought maybe it was that, but I thought I'd try it again. Anyway, we all have our share of mistakes that we're going to make. Just because I'm talking to you about, hey, here's some ideas on how I think you should do this, or here's some ideas that have worked for me, here's some things that I've read about that I think will be helpful. Just because or as I say, Bruce or Rob or Alan Stein Jr., who I've talked about before with you, or the list of coaches that are out there doing what I'm doing right now. There's so many different names that I've been flooded with, or the John Maxwells of the world, the John Gordons of the world, the people who are helpful in those, Tony Robbins, and all of the people out there speaking. Just because they're telling you, or we're telling you, hey, do this, or here's what's worked for me, doesn't mean we haven't also made those same mistakes that you're making, or struggled with those same things that you're struggling trying to figure out, how do I do this? How do I do this better? As I say, chances are we have made those mistakes, or we have struggled through those things. And one of the reasons we come to you and talk about these things is to say, look, there's a good chance you either are doing this, have done this, or are about to do this, right? And here's an idea for you to get yourself through that, get yourself around that, get yourself over that, whatever, preposition you want to use. Oh, I get to be an English teacher again. Whatever way you want to attack that, right? The point is that just because we're giving you this information, these ideas on how to be successful at whatever, doesn't mean that we were always successful at whatever. We too have had our share of those issues. And so I often think, look at this bookcase, or the ones over there, but especially this case, this shelf here. These are people I have learned a ton from. And as I'm reading through, looking at John Wooden or Coach K or Phil Jackson or whoever, as I'm reading through there, I'm thinking, oh man, this person has really got it all figured out. And they've always done this great thing. No, they haven't. They've struggled just like you, just like me. Okay? They've struggled in those same ways, working through it. It's just that they did it sooner or earlier than I did, or they learned this way to deal with it and then said, hey, world, here's how I adjusted or dealt with that situation. You might want to try this yourself. It's the same thing that I do for you as well. I have learned from them. I've learned from my own mistakes. I've learned from many others. And then I've said, ooh, that would work on the basketball court for me as a basketball coach, or, ooh, that would work in the classroom, or that would work wherever. And then we pass those ideas on to you. So please recognize wherever you are on your coaching journey. And of course, more than anybody, I'm talking to you newer coaches, younger coaches who are finding out, whoa, I didn't know that was coming, or whatever it might be. Wherever you are on your coaching journey, recognize you're not alone. We're all here with you. You've got so many thousands and thousands of coaches walking right alongside you, making those same mistakes, struggling with those same issues, having those same successes. And you've got us who are walking right alongside you too. We just may have walked ahead of you a little bit in time and dealt with those same issues. And we're just trying to help you figure out the best avenue for you to take to get through them and become the best you can be. So understand that we're here to help. That's all we're trying to do. And a lot of what we're trying to do is just show you, and there's a part of me, I'm going to finish with this. There's a part of me that I almost don't want to tell you, hey, do it this way instead, because what part of the value is going through the mistake, making the mistake, and then going, oh, that didn't work. I should try something else. Bingo, here we are. Here's the something else for you, right? But sometimes the messages we get to, we're getting to you before you make the mistake in order to help you not make that mistake. It's just like with parenting. I got to figure out where, on my son and my stepdaughter's journey, I had to figure out, where do I let them make the mistake, and where do I go, no, I don't want them to have to make that mistake, because that one could be too costly. Same thing goes with us as coaches, teachers, trying to become the best leaders we can be. Right? You're going to make those mistakes. We're here to help. If you need any help, please, feel free to email me, scott@slamdunksuccess.com, or leave comments down below and, ask questions. But we're here to help. That's what the people in this venue, in this realm do, is we try to provide elements to you that'll help you on this coaching journey. I've got a lot more that I'm going to be bringing to you here over the course of this next year that I'm going to be bringing out in a variety of realms. So stay tuned for those. I'll be giving you much more information on those as we continue on through the year of 2022. But again, if you do want some help right now, feel free. Email me, scott@slamdunksuccess.com, and I'll do all I can to help you become the best you're capable of becoming. We'll talk to you again next time.